So, hello everybody, good evening, and welcome to another beautiful Tuesday here in Abuja. It's TDW Insta Live Chat with me, Sandra T. Adeyeye. Wow! It's a beautiful, beautiful day. How was your day today? How was work? Did you make sales? How has it been? How's the hustle, the struggle, and everything? How's it been with you? Okay, so, as you know, we're continuing with the last 2 weeks back where we had our guests. Remember, we played a game on this network where we had women pitching the ideas in 2 words and then DM me to get DMs, right? And some of those guests have been on our show. Tonight we have another awesome woman who will be sharing her story as an entrepreneur online, offline with us. And it's going to be an interesting one, trust me. In fact, her name is really catchy. Pack to Pot Catfish. Pack to Pot Catfish. Oh my God, it's quite interesting. It already sounds interesting. All right, but you know that before we do anything serious on this network, we normally recite our new week's affirmation. So, have you been following the page? Do you know our new week's affirmation? So if you do, let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, let's go. All right. So I received positivity today. I open myself to positivity this week. More positive people in my corner. I receive answers to my heart desires. So if you did it, let's do it one more time. I receive positivity today. More positive people in my corner. I receive more positive energy this week. I open myself to more positive energy this week. And I receive answers to my heart desires. All right. So I say a big amen with you out there to every heart desire you have. More positivity, more positive people in your corner, and every answer to your heart desires this week and always. Amen and amen. All right, so welcome to the Different Woman Network. On this network, we're committed to self-development, and we're committed to women supporting women, women inspiring women, women uplifting women, women empowering women. And let me give you a rundown of what we've been up to on this network. We have our page open. So for those struggling with engagement issues, Instagram algorithm, all you have to do is click the link on my bio and join our WhatsApp group to improve your engagement on your posts so that more of your followers can get to see what you post every single day. Yes? All right, it's as simple as that. Click the link on my bio, join our pod group. It's free of charge and it's open to both male and female. All right, so we just concluded a batch A Wempower program where 6 beautiful women are now landladies in Abuja. Yay! Yeah, it was exciting for me too. And right now we're about to kick off the batch B Wempower program with different people. So if you're still interested in joining the batch B train of the Wempower project on the Different Woman Network, you can still do that. All you have to do is send me a DM and you'll join the WhatsApp group. It's 30,000 naira every month for the next 8 months, and you will be a proud landlord or proud landlady. Yeah. Yes, we are committed to results, right? We have a beautiful woman online, and she'll be joining us right now to talk about her business, the challenges, and how she has come to be who she is today. I'm sure it's going to be an interesting chat. So please, as you join in, if you're online, feel free to chat with us. It's supposed to be a chat. It's not supposed to be a boring, interview, right? So on here, we are committed to inspiring each other, empowering each other, encouraging each other, right? From our mistakes, we learn every single day. So let us learn, let us unlearn, let us relearn everything we think we know or we used to know, right? So let's get into it. Pack to Pot Catfish. Are you ready for me? Let's go live together. Pack to Pot Catfish. Me. All right. So I'm waiting for you, Pack to Pot Catfish. Accept my request and let's go live together. Now, while we're waiting for Pack to Pot Catfish to join us. Oh, yes, she's online. Hello, Queen. How are you today? And how was work all day?
Very well, thank you.
Very well, thank you. So it's good to see you. It's good to meet you. All right. So, yes, I don't know. You know the person knows you, but let's get to meet you. Introduce us to you. Introduce us to what you do online, offline, and how you came to have this very beautiful name. Back to pot catfish. I'm really curious. Tell us.
Okay, hello everyone.
Hello, Queen.
My name is Bolati.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
Can you imagine? I move around.
Okay, we have the little ones around.
I have the little one disturbing me. And she's still here. Anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, I'm gonna say hello. My name is Hamida.
Hamida, hello Hamida. How are you today? This is a hello from the different woman.
Say hello.
Hello. Shout out to Hamida. Everyone online, say hello to Hamida. All right, so if you join in, feel free to chat with us. All right, so tell us, Pack to Pot Catfish. Your name. How did you come to get Pack to Pot Catfish?
The name of the business came into being when I was like, because my catfish shouldn't be the that was what prompted.
Okay, someone is saying hi to Amida. Joyfully.
Oh, hello.
Thank you. All right, so let's hear you. That
was how I got the name. What value I bringing? I want to communicate. And hence, the name of my farm is different from the name of this.
Your voice dwindles. Your voice is going high and low. We can barely hear you clearly.
Oh, really? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. So I said the fish is just what I gave that name. The farm has name.
I think we would have to reconnect. It's dwindling. Most of what you're saying is missing out.
Oh, really?
Okay, now this is clear. If you can sustain this, it will be better for us.
I'm holding the phone now. Okay.
Should I go on? Yes, please go on. If you can start from the top, so with this clear voice, so that we can pick everything, and those online can also contribute to what you're saying.
Okay. From my name.
Yes.
Okay. My name is Bolati.
Bolatito.
Yes,
Bolatito. Okay. So everyone, Pack to Podcast Fish. Our real name is Bolatito. Okay.
Yes. I got the name. Pack to Podcast Fish from the value I'm trying to out there.
Okay. The name came from the value you're trying to put out there. Yeah. You're trying to sell.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
You know, because I don't want the regular fish in the market. Something that will make it stand out. Something like a lot of pain for people, and I choose to solve that pain.
Okay. Hello, Felicia Jane. Hi, Felicia Jane. Thank you for joining. All right, so it's supposed to be a chat. Feel free to ask our guest a question about her business. If you're interested in the kind of business, also feel free to ask her. Feel free to contribute. If you're in the same kind of business, what kind of challenges have you been having? You can also ask her how she was able to overcome such challenges as well. That's why we are doing this, to be able to encourage each other, right? All right, so tell us, back to pot catfish. Have you always wanted to create value when it comes to catfish, or you've been into different businesses before you started the catfish business?
Actually, a
computer
science graduate. So
okay.
I can call myself a computer science. And I worked for a while. A very big organization as a customer care rep. And I just decided I needed more time for my family. And something agriculture is like now and so I chose.
So you read the catfish yourself?
You said what?
So you read the catfish yourself?
Yes, I did.
Before you package it?
Yes, I did.
Are you serious? Tell us about it.
Yeah, that's how. I post the video. The catfish.
Your voice is going down again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Okay, so Felicia Jean is saying that she's interested in your kind of business. But what challenges are you encountering right now? And what would you encourage someone else to join in such business?
If you are interested in farmer, or you want to buy from the factory.
Okay, so this question is for you, Felicia Jean. Do you want to be a catfish farmer, or do you want to buy from the catfish farmers? All right, so go ahead with your story. Back to pot catfish. How you left your job to spend more time with your family, and now you're rearing catfish and you package it.
Yes. She said she wants to buy. Okay.
Yes,
after I'll contact you. Because I was thinking. I don't like catfish. It's funny, but I used to.
I used
to run away. I don't. Because of their slimy nature. So I was like, how can I? In as much as I love eating it, I don't like the hard work.
Okay.
Just so to me. But I was not like I knew that me. And they really love to eat this. Can you hear me?
Your voice is dwindling. I can hear you a bit and then you go low again.
I don't know. I think it has
Okay, let's just try with what we have. I'll just be repeating or re-echoing what you're saying, what I can hear. So you affirm or correct me.
Okay. I used to be non-catfish at all. Because of the nature.
Everyone is complaining it's cracking. Okay, so let's do this. Let's quickly cut off and then redial. Probably that will be clearer. Yes, Felicia Jean, so sorry about that. We are going to cut off now so that we can reconnect quickly. Let's do that quickly. Okay, so thank you for joining, everyone. I see you, Queen Eleonora. Thank you for joining. All right, so Felicia Jean, yes, she's going to contact you immediately after this chat since you say you're interested in. All right, so I'm waiting for Pack to Podcatfish to connect back. All right, so I'm waiting for you, Pack to Podcatfish. Try to connect immediately. Now, with 30,000 naira, any woman around Nigeria or even outside, because we're able to acquire for someone in the Netherlands recently. So, for any woman around Abuja or Nigeria, you would like to be a landowner in Abuja with as little as 30,000 naira, you can be a proud landlady in Abuja in the next 8 months. So all you have to do is send me a DM to see how you can connect with this program and join in the WEMPOWER program to be a proud landlady by the next 8 months. Right? So she says network is dealing with me here in Lagos. Oh, so sorry. Pack to Podcatfish. Just try to connect. Tonight is your night. This is your night to promote yourself, promote your business. Let's get more women to have their eyes on you. And of course, you already have one client on this network, Felicia Jean. She's interested in, working with you. So I'm sure after this live chat, she would like to connect with you. So feel free, connect with her, and let's connect with you so that more women can get to hear about you. Back to Podcatfish, don't give up. All right, so for every woman within Abuja, the 27th of July is another offline meeting. Remember how the different women started? This network actually started with me trying to share my own story from domestic violence, domestic abuse, and it turned out that more women had the same kind of story. So we decided that why don't we come together to make sure that where our stories are don't define our end as women. Now, in this tribe, we are committed to self-development. The competition, your competition, is not the other woman. Your competition is the former you. So all we are striving to do on this network is to make sure that you are better and bigger and stronger and more beautiful than you were yesterday. So your competition, if you need a competition, look in the mirror. You are your competition. The you of yesterday is who we are targeting. The you of yesterday is who we want to change. And the moment we have these little changes, of course, light cannot be hidden. It will ripple into our society. The more women we have, the more happy women we have, the more happier our society will be. So if you would like to be part of this network, all you have to do is connect with us on the 27th of July. It's just 2,000 naira to be part of us on that day. So it's just 3 hours from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Come hang out with us. Come, let's talk about the challenges of being a girl boss, running a business, how to start a business, where do I go, how do I price myself, what values do I add. All of this we need to tackle as women because, of course, no one can do it but us. You don't mess up your house and expect a stranger to come clean it. You pick up the broom, you pick up the brush, and you clean your house. So we are cleaning up our house as women. Enough of blame game, enough of the blame game, enough of blaming every other person except ourselves. Now we are committed to doing it ourselves. We are picking up the broom, we're picking up the brush, and we are cleaning up our mess as women. Back to Podcatfish, I'm still waiting for you. Would you prefer to chat with me? So you can chat, I'll read, and we can communicate. Would you prefer that, or would you like to connect again via video? All right, so let me hear from you. All right, so it's still the 27th of July, 2019. It's the last Saturday of this month. That's about 2 weeks from today, or from this Saturday, yeah? Okay, so it's just the last Saturday of this month, so feel free, come, let's hang out, come, let's talk about these things. And also we have the end of year party planned already. So for every woman within Abuja, for every woman within Nigeria, now the end of year party is for every woman that has been part of our story from the beginning of this year. You have been following the different women from January. This is a time, the end of this year, we are planning a big boat ride with every woman, 15 women actually, not so much, 15 strong women, 15 women who have testimonies, who have stories to share, who would like to share their end of year with me. So it's just 15 women and it's 15,000 naira for 15 women. It's a boat ride, Jabi Boat Club in Abuja. So plan towards it. If you're interested, secure your spots now. We're announcing it beforehand because we want to know how many women who have started the year with us would love to end it with us as well. So feel free to chat me up. Okay, so Pack to Pot Catfish says, let's connect again. Okay, so let's try this again. Pack to Pot Catfish, let's try this again. All right, I'm waiting for you to connect with me. I'm waiting. Okay, so Joyfully Safe says, we are our own competition. Exactly. Someone give that lady a beer for me. Okay, so Pack to Pot Catfish, we're waiting for you.
Hello, I'm here.
All right.
I'm here.
Okay. So, all right. So, welcome back. Where did we stop? We were talking about how you started your business as Pack to Pot Catfish.
Yeah. Why? Because
what has been the most challenging time for you? How did you start? Did you have it all figured out? Did you know someone in the business before? What endeared you to such business?
Because of the pain I have. Catfish.
Okay.
And regular smoke is not because you need to smoke it comfort. Because most times they have once I buy any fish in the market and I see the maggots on it. That's the job. I can't. At the end of the day, I waste a lot of time because to be truthful, my effort, no matter the protein I put in.
I am lost. I practically cannot. I'm picking some of it. Your voice comes high. We can pick what you're saying, and then it goes low again. It feels like half of your sentence is lost.
Oh,
would you prefer to just type? Would you prefer to just type? So
maybe I can just type.
Okay, fine. So from whatever you type, I think everyone online can also relate with you, because I think most people are just going off because they can't really hear you. So let's try you typing.
Okay.
Tell us about how you got to this point. With the catfish business, why you decided to start the catfish business. Thank you. Okay, so while we're expecting Pack to Pot Catfish to type, remember what we talked about. The 27th of July 2019 is still our TDWN meeting. As usual, our offline meeting is always once every month, and it's the last Saturday of every month. This month it happens to be the 27th of July 2019. So you know a woman that needs to be here, a woman in Abuja, or you're a woman in Abuja, feel free to come hang out with us. Feel free to come talk. This month we are talking on the theme being a girl boss. Yeah, being a girl boss. All right, so that's what we're talking about this month, being a girl boss. We started it last month, yes, and this month we are delving deeper into it, being a girl boss. Who is a girl boss? What qualifies you to being a girl boss? So all of that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the challenges of being a girl boss in our society, how to tackle these challenges, what solutions we can do, and how we as girl bosses can help other boss girls, right, in our society, right? Because seriously, we need to stick together. Women, we need to work together. We need to stick together. We need to help each other. We need to encourage each other. The funny thing is that a lot of people have told us that women are women's worst enemies. Now, on this network, we choose to differ. On this network, we choose to believe differently, and that's why we're called the Different Woman Network. Now, for every woman that believes differently, for every woman that believes that her competition is not the other woman but herself, then you're welcome to this network, because this belongs to you. This is where you belong. So come contribute your quota, and let's do this together. Let's make this count. Okay, so remember that our guest tonight is Pack to Pot Catfish. She is a catfish vendor, and her real name is Bola Tito. She has a beautiful daughter called Hamida. Yes, we got to meet Hamida earlier on. All right, so we just asked her a question because it seems like the network has been fluctuating and trying to frustrate our chat tonight. But we got to ask her why she decided to go into the catfish business, and she has this to say. I started because I know there are a lot of people out there like me that don't like the slimy nature a fresh catfish, but love to eat the dried ones. Okay, so she says she started a catfish business because they are slimy nature of catfish. Yeah, but then she says that she started this because she believed that if she did not like it, there are people like her also that didn't like it and they prefer the dried ones. That's how she decided to start it. Now that is value there. I keep telling women on this network that the moment you can find a loophole somewhere, something you think you can fix, that's your value, that's your cue, that's somewhere you need to contribute, because only you notice that there was something missing. That's the value that only you can bring. And if you think there is something missing, trust me, there are 10 or 20 other people. You don't have to create a product or service that needs to serve everybody. In fact, you cannot serve everybody. You just need to concentrate on those little, the people, the handful of people like you that you can serve. Okay, so like the Pack to Pot catfish said, she said for herself, she did not like the slimy nature of the fresh catfish. So she thought about it. If I could like dried ones, why won't other people like dried ones, right? So she decided to go into this. And now she said dried catfish that are hygienically handled and packaged. That's what she does. She dries the catfish and hygienically handle and package them, unlike the ones obtainable in the market. Now, this is her value to catfish. Now, we all know about catfish. We all know how slimy and, well, seriously, I actually jump when I go into the marketplace and I see them in these big bowls and they're all, and they're trying to get at you while you're passing by. And then sometimes they have this smell. Yes. Now, this woman decided to package something different. She decided to give value to this catfish. Trust me, this is what patronizing. And seriously, we already have a woman interested. Felicia Jane already talked about how she wants this catfish, right? So they are going to be talking about this in our DM. So if you're one of those women that are also considering what business to go into or how to even start, maybe you already had a catfish business in mind and you've been wondering how to start, then chat Pack to Pot Catfish up and let her guide you. Right? She already took on the challenge. She already told Felicia Jean that they will chat in the DM. All right, so Pack to Pot Catfish, tell us what have been the challenges? How did you start? When did you start? And how was it like when you started? Was it all rosy? Did you already have an idea of the kind of business you were going into? This is agriculture, by the way, right? And the agricultural sector seems to be a little mushy in Nigeria. Why did you choose to take on agriculture? Why did you choose to start with catfish? And how has it been like for you? Has it been rosy all the way? And how many catfish did you start with? What was it like? Okay, so I'm dishing all of this out because I want you to type, right? So that there will be no dull moments with you. So just feel free, tell us what you want us to know about your business and let's do this together. All right, so she says that you can even start without being a farmer. Oh, good news, ladies. So if you're out there and you're thinking, wow, I need to be a farmer before I can start this business, she says you don't even need to be a farmer to start. That's a good thing. So seriously, if you're considering what business to do, chat her up right now. Okay, so she says she started this business in 2015. She started catfish farming in 2015. Okay, yes, the good part of it is that she doesn't just buy this catfish from the market. She farms this catfish. So how do you farm this catfish? Where do you farm the catfish? Do I need to have a land away from people to rear this catfish? I know that catfish are supposed to be reared in ponds, right? It's not like a poultry where you just build a house and put the chicken in there. So how is it like? What do you do? Do you rear this in your backyard or do you have a land somewhere? And isn't it capital intensive for those who don't have enough money to start off? How do they start? Do they need to have a land somewhere to dig a big hole and start off? And how many catfish can you start with? So tell us, how do you start? If someone doesn't have money to start, how do they start? And what's the least amount someone can start with, right? Okay, so we're waiting for you to answer. All right, so while we're waiting for the pot catfish, while we're waiting for her to answer, because she's into fish farming, agriculture. That's a very untapped area in the Nigerian economy, agriculture. So I'm proud to know a woman who is actually doing beautifully well in agriculture, in the agricultural sector in Nigeria. We need to promote more areas where women are actually thriving, where women are actually doing great, because it's not all about handbags, makeups, shoes, and all of that. These women are actually doing so much, and they need to be recognized. They need to be celebrated because they are doing it differently. And you know that on this network, we celebrate different, we love different, we promote anything different, right? So no offense to those that are into the fashion business, but on this network, we are committed to, doing it differently. We want to see women who are shattering those glass ceilings, bulldozing down those doors, those standards where they said women cannot reach. Don't worry, we want to have a female mechanic on here. We want to have a female London woman on here. We want to have women doing different jobs so that women can actually open their minds to different environments, different strengths, where you think you are actually, maybe they've told you can't be, you can't do, you can't have those areas, those things, those standards that people have set for you. We are committed to celebrating women, shattering those standards, beating those odds, right? So this woman is actually going through a terrain that is rarely tapped in the Nigerian economy, agriculture, and we are celebrating her today. And her name, her handle on Instagram is Pack to Pot Catfish, and she is in the agricultural sector. She farms catfish business. She started in 2015. And so far, so good. She has made it so easy for women or men or anyone who does not like the slimy part of the fresh catfish. Now she dries it and she packages it, and that's why it's called the Pack to the Pot. Okay, so Pack to Pot Catfish, you're going to pay me for this PR job. Okay, so she says, yes, Ethan Pots on about 10 acres of land. Whoa, 10 acres of land, that is capital intensive. So I cannot just start in my backyard. That's scary. So we need to have money to start that. I thought this was supposed to be an SME thing, and maybe a woman out there who wants to start may just have a basin or maybe a bath where she just puts water and any other thing, ingredients she needed to start the catfish business. I thought that you could do that. Wow, this is scary. 10 acres of land. Wow. Okay, so what's the smallest way? How does one start? What's the smallest version of this business? How can one start? The smallest way, for those that are listening, for those that are watching, because there are a lot of housewives on here. There are a lot of women that want to leave their day jobs and start something new, something different. And the good thing about it is that you already told us that we don't have to be farmers to start. So what about those women who want to leave their day jobs, or housewives who want to dabble into something new, other than poultry, where they get to rear chickens? What if they want to rear fish now? Can they do it in their own house, in their backyards? Must they have 10 acres of land? Please answer us. Let us get to know. Okay, she also says that she has a concrete pond too. She has concrete ponds. Okay, so she says it's quite inexpensive, but if you choose to do a backyard pond, then it might be cheaper. If you choose to do a backyard pond. So there is an alternative for backyard ponds. Good thing. So ladies, if you choose to do a backyard pond, there is an alternative for backyard pond. If you don't have the money or the strength for 10 acres of land like Pack to Pot Catfish has, you can also start from your backyard. Okay, so she says she grows the dishes from hatching to table size. Okay, the fishes, she grows the fishes from hatching to table size. Okay, so she grows the hatchings, the fishes from hatching to table size. Please break that down for us. Some of us that don't understand. Hatching to table size. Please break it down. All right, so she says you can start from your backyard. Oh, okay. So we agree. We can start from our backyard. Okay. All right, so she says with 100K you can start. Oh my God! With 100K we can start. Okay, so that's good. That's good, but that's not so SME anyway, because a lot of women have been sending DMs asking what kind of business they can start with 20K, 50K, you know. So that's why a lot of women are going into perfume businesses, fashion businesses, and all. Because right now in Nigeria, we know how it is, right, with everyone, right? So a lot of women don't want to be idle, and the little money they have on them, they've been asking questions about how they can start. 100K seems to be still a long way away. So I hope that you still accept consultancy or consultation, so that women who watch this, whether now or maybe the replay, can also chat you up to ask more questions and you can guide them. All right, so she says you can start from your backyard depending on your skill. Okay, so explain the skill for us. Packed pot catfish. We can start from our backyards depending on our skill. Okay, so the hatchings. What are the hatchings like? Because I know about chickens. I think chickens, you get them from like a dozen, or depends on maybe broiler or layers, right? Do they have this species as well in catfish? Okay, so she says you hatch the eggs. You have fries, tiny fishes. Okay, you hatch the eggs and you have fries. That's tiny fishes. So the fries are called tiny fishes. The tiny fishes are called fries, right? So she says you hatch the eggs and get the tiny fishes. All right, so I think we already have an idea of how this business looks like. It's not really very SME like for women that have been sending DMs asking about 20K kind of businesses, right? Okay, but don't give up, don't lose hope. I'm sure that there is always a way around these things. You can always start small and grow big, right? So chat Pack to Pot Catfish up and ask her, with the little money you have on hand, what can you do with it? If you're interested in this kind of business, what can you do with it? So chat her up and ask your questions, and I'm sure with the little you have, I'm sure she can guide you on how to start. Now, Pack to Pot Catfish, tell us the challenges, the early stage of rearing it, because I know about poultry business, right? The poultry, when you have like little chickens, there is the fear of fever. They could die overnight. Maybe you buy a dozen, and last maybe it's just a little that survive out of the dozen, and then some. It feels like their feed are expensive. It feels like they are susceptible to cold, depends on the weather, and a lot of things. Those are the challenges for poultry. What are the challenges for fish farming, catfish farming to be precise? What are the challenges you encountered with your catfish farming? Tell us. All right, so while we're waiting for her to answer what we just asked now, she says they grow to juvenile and then in few months to table size. Okay, that's the fries. The fries are the tiny fishes that when you hatch from the egg, right? So she says these tiny fishes, the fries, grow to juveniles and then in few months to table size. The table size is the one we consume, I guess. Okay, so from a particular fertilization, you can get up to 20,000 fries. Whoa! That's a good one. From one fertilization, you can get up to 20,000 fries. That's 20,000 small fishes. Yes, so from one fertilization, you can get up to 20,000 small fishes. That's fries. And the weather affects it. Quality of water, that's the pH of the water, affects it also. And she says the main challenge has been power. But water is the main challenge and power. Okay, so water and power has been the main challenge. How does power affect it? Please explain the part of power. Okay, so we understand water because fish needs to be in water. So is there a particular kind of water they need to be in? How is that a challenge? I think Nigeria has water compared to some countries that are really lacking water. So how is water a challenge? Or is it that your area you don't have enough water? Or the fish require a certain kind of water? And then for power, how does fish and power relate? Tell us. All right, so while we're waiting for Pack to Pot Catfish to tell us about the challenge of water and power as it relates to her catfish business, let us also talk about a different woman network, right? So on this network, we're committed to promoting, celebrating, inspiring, encouraging each other as women, right? We're committed to self-development. We're committed to self-love and starting over from toxicity. Yes, we believe that where you are right now is not the end of your story. So if you're going through any challenge at all and you think, whoa, the whole world is on my shoulder, be rest assured, lady, don't give up, don't throw in the towel. Be rest assured that that's not the end of your story. You are the actor, you are the author, you are the protagonist, the hero, the shero in your story. So add as many conflict, add as many drama, allow as many drama and conflict as you like in your story, because it's your story. Don't let that story end without you writing it the way you want. End your story the way you want your story to end. Don't let any other person determine where you end. You are the author of your story. You are the one that makes your story beautiful, right? So you might be going through so much right now, and I understand. The country is not easy. A lot of things are not easy. Yes, I understand. But then don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. On this network, we're committed to living each day as it comes. Where you are right now is not the end of your story. You still have so much more to give this world. You still have someone's answer in your hand. You still have so many women's answers in your hand. You still have that solution you're yet to give the world. So don't give in. Don't throw in the towel, because you'll be depriving us of your awesomeness. You'll be depriving the world of that solution only you can offer. All right, so let's go back to Pot Catfish. She's our guest tonight on the Different Woman Network. Tonight, our Insta live chat. She is our guest tonight, Pot Catfish on Instagram. So if you're watching this on IGTV or watching this on YouTube, follow at Pot Catfish on Instagram. She is our guest tonight, and she's taking us through the journey of being a catfish farmer, an agriculturist in Nigeria. So feel free to chat her up if you are interested in the kind of business she does, or you have some questions about how she has survived so far as an agriculturist and as a catfish farmer in Nigeria. Okay, so she said that water and power have been the main challenge for her as a business owner, as a catfish farmer. All right, so we asked her how, and she says water is their habitat and power is needed to generate water. Oh, yes, that's true. So power is needed to maintain the temperature of the hatchery. The hatchery is the little ones, I think the fries, right? Hatchery fries. Okay, I don't know how that relates, but well, she says you need power. Power is needed to maintain the temperature of the hatchery. And then she says keeping the fries alive till juveniles is the main work in the hatching. Okay, so fries are little tiny tadpoles. Those ones that look like tadpoles, but they're fish actually. And she said you can actually get 20,000 fries. Yes, tadpoles, those kind of fish. Yes, from just one fertilization. So keeping the fries alive till juveniles is the main work in hatching. Oh, yes. Okay, now I understand hatchery and hatching. Okay, so like for chicken, we have, or chickens, we have the poultry, we have those houses, So for catfish, it's called a hatching or hatchery. Poultry, hatchery, poultry, hatchery. Yes, I think I'm getting it. Okay, so Pack to Pot Catfish, you're going to pay me for this PR job today, because I'm actually breaking it down to the simplest form for those of us that are not into your business, right? Hope I'm getting it. All right, so she says that power and water have been the main challenge, and she says that for water. The fish need to be in water. And in Nigeria, we all know that power has been a challenge, or is the main challenge everyone faces. Yes. So she says power is needed to maintain, generate water. Yes, which we all know. So those are the main challenges for the catfish business. And now she says that power is also needed to maintain the temperature of the hatchery. Yes. Okay, so just like poultry, in the poultry business, you need to put electricity there to warm your chickens up. So the same thing for the catfish. She says you need power to maintain the temperature of the hatchery. Right now, she says also keeping the fries alive till juvenile is the main work. Okay, so we all know how it is to rear or take care of babies, right? So from that little tender stage where they are, it takes a lot of work to keep them alive. So that's what she's talking about. So keeping the fries alive till juvenile, and then before we can eat them, table size. Okay, so she says hatchery is where the fries live. Hatchery is where the fries live. Okay, so back to pod catfish. Thank you. Yes, you're gonna pay me for this PR job, seriously. Okay, so if you're watching this on IGTV or the replay of this or on YouTube, our guest tonight is Pack to Pot Catfish on Instagram. And our topic today, we are talking about the catfish business. It's an untapped area in the agricultural sector in Nigeria. So this is a woman doing this and she's killing it. Yes, women are killing it. Yes. And you know, on this network, we are committed to promoting each other, celebrating women, breaking the odds, doing it differently, and this woman is really doing it differently. Okay, so back to Pod Catfish, we've gotten to understand how you started, where you started, and right now where you are. Would you say this business is actually fulfilling? Do you think there is more room for more women to join and get involved in this kind of business? Would you encourage more women to get into this kind of business, and why would you encourage more women to get involved in this kind of business? All right, so we are coming to an end of today's show. We're rounding off, so let's get to hear Pack to Pot Catfish tell us if she thinks this business has been rewarding to her, and if she thinks more women should join in this business. All right, so Pack to Pot Catfish, do you think more women should join in this business? Do you think the business has been rewarding so far? Do you think more women can survive? Do you think there's more room for more people, more women to be part of this business? Let's hear you. These are our last words tonight from Pack to Pot Catfish. So make it count and tell us any other thing you think we should know about you, about your business. How do we reach out to you? Hope you're open to communicate with us. Hope you're open to chatting with us and also talking to more women about your business. So for some women that might get to watch this after now, maybe the replay of this chat, if they reach out to you, hope you're open for consultations, hope you're open for what other things do you offer aside your catfish? What other things do you, what other services can you offer us, or products as well? Do we need to know about you? What other areas do we need to know about you? So feel free, this is the opportunity for you to sell yourself. Tell us that other value we need to know about you. Okay, so she says, yes, it is fulfilling, and yes, we need more women in this business. Okay, you heard it from her. She says, yes, the business has been fulfilling, and yes, we need more women in the business. So for every woman out there, you're watching this on any medium where this video will be posted, feel free to come on board. Feel free to chat up at Pack to Pot Catfish. She says, yes, the business has been fulfilling, and she says, yes, we need more women on board. So, yes, no offense to those in the fashion industry selling shoes, bags, makeup, but this is an untapped area. Food is an untapped area in our economy. And she's doing this, she's killing it. Agriculture, we need more women. We need more women in these sectors. We need more women to tap into, we are the ones that actually, we cook a lot. We enjoy cooking, yes? So why don't we think about how we can produce more food I think our counterparts abroad are already thinking about how they can save food, make food in a room, the temperature of the room, create food. They are even cloning foods now. So why don't we think we can dabble into this area and produce food? We have a better temperature, we have a better weather down here, we have a better soil, fertile soils, we have all it takes to make our agricultural sector great. So more women need to be involved in this environment, this particular sector. As Back to Podcast Fisher said, the business has been fulfilling so far. We can hear it from her. She has 10 acres of land, and she already has been into this business for a while now. So if you think you want to start this business, you have no idea, don't go jumping into it without knowledge. Contact at Back to Pot Catfish. Contact her and she will guide you through it. We need more women on board. We need more women to be in this business. Okay, so she says, as it gives women more time, we need more women in this business, as it gives women more time to spend with their family or any other business. Okay, so she says, I am so open for any further information and clarification. It's been a pleasure being here. Oh, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time. Back to Podcast Fish. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, so she says, I've got a lot to discuss, but unfortunately, network is not permitting me. Oh my God, I understand it's been bad, but we understand. We've really tapped from your knowledge today and the value you brought on board. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And for every woman who would get to watch this, either the replay or on IGTV or on YouTube, this is an opportunity for you to contribute your quota to the economy of Nigeria. This agricultural sector has been well untapped for a long time, and there are women on board right now. They have knowledge in those areas. Now, no one will be trying to exploit you. No one will be trying to use you. So feel free, if you're interested in this, chat up at Back to Pot Catfish on Instagram. Chat Back to Pot Catfish on Instagram. She's willing to share more information and to clarify anything that seems to be a little unclear to you. All right, so thank you so much, Back to Pot Catfish. Thank you for being part of tonight's live chat. I really appreciate, and I've learned a lot. I didn't really know about hatchery, hatchings, fries, and juveniles and table size, but you brought all of that awesomeness on board. Thank you so much. All right, so thank you everyone who has been part of tonight's live chat with me. It's been TDW Insta Live Chat with me, Sandra Adeyeye. I am the founder and creative director of the Different Woman Network. Till next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Have a great night.